Good morning and welcome to Felixstowe Live, coming to you from the port at Felixstowe. We're just looking at the OOCL Japan preparing to depart this morning. I think she's off to Germany for her next call, and you can see the tug there. And she's connecting up now, and the crew aboard the ship will just hook up her tow rope and she'll be off. That's the Kent, the most recent of Felixstowe's tugs. Nice looking tug, actually. It looks like they're going to put another tug on her quarter just to help lift the stern off. For those of you following the Ever Given saga on the Suez Canal, the ship is still in position across the waterway. High tide apparently is at 8:40 local time, and that's when they're going to make the maximum effort again to get her off. Tides are coming up towards Springs for this weekend and early next week in the Suez Canal, so they do have more kind of relatively easy shots at it. But if they miss getting her off on the upcoming springs, then I think the phrase "lots of trouble" is really going to be relevant, because it's very difficult unless they dig more away from her bow or whatever. I'm unaware of how much of her stern is stuck on the side of the canal. Good question, I think, really. The problem with the Suez Canal is if you look on the Suez Canal's website, you find that the sides of the canal are quite gently sloped, so it's relatively easy, I think, for a ship to go aground on them. Don't forget that there is no hard wall, it is sand, and so parts of a ship can get dug in. And there goes the Kent. She is running her towing warp off the towing winch on the foredeck. Let's just see if we can get a better shot of the guy on the foredeck there. If you're there and if you like this, let me know. I'm glad to hear from you. And that's the sky. You can see the mate on the foredeck. He's got his the towing warp hitched up now to the heaving line, and as soon as the ship's ready, they'll pull that up, make it fast, and they'll be ready to go. And there's the rope going up. So it won't be long before they hitch that onto the bollard and aboard the ship, and they'll be up and away. Well, not quite as quick as that, though. Ship has also got Svitzer Deben on at the bow, the other big tug. So she's actually got the Kent, the Deben, the two big tugs, 80 tons bollard pull, and she's also got the smaller tug, the Sky, 70 tons bollard pull. And the Sky is now going out to open out her tow warp. Excellent. So it won't be long before they drop the remaining lines to the shore and get underway. Right, let's go and have a look at the mooring party at work. She's just got 4 lines ashore now, and those will be coming off as soon as the guys are ready on the ship. So she's got 4 stern lines, and she's got 2 springs astern. She will have the same springs ahead as well at the bow. Because the springs are the first ropes you send ashore, and then they're the first ropes you take off. Sorry, they're the last ropes you take off. So it's all very straightforward, really, but it takes a lot of care and consideration and know-how to get a ship like this off the quay or onto the quay. Come to that, it's really a highly skilled job. And when you're looking at the way that the whole, if you like, the whole concert works together, then you're looking at a complex operational plan to get these things done in the correct sequence and at the right time. Good morning, Gandula. It's good to hear from you. How are you doing today? Looks like there's something of a delay. Not entirely sure what's causing it, but there you go. Doubtless we will find out. Well, don't know whether we will, but we'll see what happens next. So all we're waiting for now is those short lines to get. OOCL Japan's next port, I think, is Zeebrugge in Belgium. I think at one point she was going to, or this rotation used to go to Antwerp, but a few months ago they moved it to Zeebrugge to give them a bit more space. I think they had problems at Antwerp because it does get very busy there, so they moved her out to Belgium. Oh, sorry, they moved her out to Zeebrugge, which has got pretty good container facilities. Actually, it's a decent sized port. If you haven't been there when lockdown comes off, perhaps you'd enjoy going. So the rest of our stern ropes are starting to go now, which is good. So it won't be very long before she clears the quay. Also got another smaller ship coming in at the moment, a ship called, I think, the IJBORG. She's coming in from the USA and she's going up the river to Ipswich. So we'll have a look at her in a moment or two. Do seem to be taking their time with the shorelines today on this occasion. Who knows why? But we'll just have a look at that ship in a mo that's coming in. Good morning from Sir at Cambridge. Good morning, Sir. I hope you're well and enjoying the view. Just see the eyes on the end of her warps going ashore. Going up through the fairleads. Brain's not operating this morning because I've got too many things on my mind. Oh no, how can I say that? Lots of you watching. Thank you for all the likes and loves. I'm glad to see them. It's excellent. Generally. Okay, well, we're going to just move over and have a look at that freighter coming up from, she's come all the way from New Orleans, I think. Let's see if we can get a shot of her. And there she is. She's coming into the picture now. She's got her own lifting gear, which means that she's equipped to essentially go anywhere and lift anywhere, anything aboard from just a plain key. So if the port that she goes to hasn't got proper cranes, she can do the work herself. It's a good old design. There's lots of them about, and the reality, I suppose, is that there are decreasing numbers of ports that don't have lifting gear. But there you have it. I think she's a rather nice looking little ship, isn't she? Go in there and have a look at her as she comes past. The guys on the OOCL Japan have just got the last stern lines sorted out. They're now being wound in. But it's fun to have a look at this nice little ship as she comes in. Come a long way. Good morning to you, Alan. All the way from Loughborough. Goodness me. It's the wonders of the internet. It's nice, isn't it? We can talk to people all over the world and see the things that we're interested in seeing. Hope you're enjoying this as OOCL picks up her last warp. She's now picking up her last stern ropes, and also her springs are coming in as well. So it won't be long before the boys tighten up their towing gear and she gets away. She'll swing off the berth, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to watch that because, again, it's quite a long procedure, and I do have a list of things to film this morning. Can't say anything else, really. And there's that little ship going by now, going past on her way up to Ipswich. Don't know whether anyone can tell us, but she is looking that she's actually loaded to her load line. I don't know what the story is on small ships like this for loading. Hi, Lauren. I'm afraid I can't because I've got something else that I have to be filming and something else I have to do then. So not today, but we'll watch another day. Sorry, mate. Good morning to you, Jane, from California. My goodness, that's a long way. One of Felixstowe Live's many viewers around the world. We seem to have gained a lot of viewers because of our coverage of the Ever Given, and that's one of the things, Lauren, that I'll be looking at when I leave here, hopefully. I'm really, like a lot of people, I'm hoping they can get her off on one of the upcoming high tides, high waters. It would be grand if they do, I have to say. Yes, that's true, Neil. It's worth doing. All you have to do is go to the website hha.co.uk, and you will find you'll find a number of cameras. The one I don't know whether she'll really be in range of the one that navigation has, but when she's swung, she will be in view of the one from Landguard. That's the radar tower at Landguard. It does give you a terrific view, Neil, as you know. Well, indeed, Paul. I'm looking forward to showing your video content on Felixstowe Live because it's, top quality stuff. So don't forget, once Paul is back in production, we will be showing his videos. They're YouTube videos, so you have to click on a link. But they are, I think they're among the top quality videos, ship videos that we have being filmed in this country these days. The other guy who films top quality videos is a man called Steve Carrott down in Southampton. If you want to see container ships and large liners down at Southampton, he's your man. At some point, I'll put you in a link to Steve and to well, there'll be one on Paul's when we get Paul back in production soon, I hope. And the tugs have tightened up their gear and they're starting to pull.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Right.
Excellent. One of our fine gentlemen here is here this morning, putting the rubbish in the bins. What a fine bloke! Because the bin guys, I don't think they have the time to do it, so they zip about and actually just take the stuff that they can. Whereas folks like this gent goes around and collects some rubbish.
They just ain't asleep on the bloody floor.
That is the way it goes. And you can see the tugs now pulling away, and it won't be long before this ship is off the quayside. What have we got here? Good afternoon from Thailand. Good afternoon to you, Adrian. I hope you're enjoying the view. You can see how hard the tugs are pulling from their wake and from their bow down attitude. So they're really working hard to take her off the quay. And you can now see the shadows of the cranes on the ship's hull, and that gives you the clearest indication, I think, of how she's moving. She's moving very slowly, but she'll be away from that quay. Well, she is away from that quay now. And it won't be long before she's out into an area where she can start to swing. She's well clear of the quay now. But if anything went wrong, the point, this is why you have more than enough tugs, really. If anything went wrong, the wind would soon take her back on. I don't know what her thruster situation is like in this wind. I imagine she could probably keep herself off, but who knows? Of course, the guys who do know will be the master and the pilot, who do a calculation every time they lift a ship off the quay to actually see what the pressure is pushing them back onto the quay. Because these ships do act as giant sails, as the mighty Ever Given discovered the other day, and that's where they generated their problem. I think you can probably see just how hard the tugs are working there. They're really grafting away. The pilot governs the amount of force that the tugs exert, and he specifies the amount of force in percentage of power, really. So he will ask one of the tugs for 50% power, 75% or whatever, or full power even under certain circumstances. And it looks as if the outer tug is certainly, the cant is certainly putting a lot of grunt in there, certainly moving the ship well. And there you go, you can now see the mighty OOCL Japan, which is comfortably clear, I think you'd say, comfortably clear of the berth, and it won't be long before she starts to swing. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'd thank you for watching it if you catch up with it later, and say that we will be back with more coverage, live coverage from the Port of Felixstowe and the Felixstowe viewpoint in the near future. You never can tell when we'll be back, but in the meantime, I'm afraid I have to go and do a bit of work on the next upcoming story, and the one after that as well, I think. Okay, so let's just wrap it up nicely, politely, in a friendly way. Thank you so much for watching. I've enjoyed having your company this morning, and there we go. Let's just press a couple of buttons. I'm Chris. This is Felixstowe Live, and we will see, or I will, I hope, see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Don't overdo things. And I'm just losing control of my fingers. There we go. And I will see you soon. Take care. Oh dear, something went completely wrong again.